10 o'clock is game time. Check out hot new shows tonight at 10 p.m. Next on G4 Tech TV, The Screensavers, followed by Cheat at 8 and Players at 8:30.
Coming up tonight, Alex is hot for the return of quality Atari gaming. A little too hot, I might add. Plus, make your computer download all of this music as you sleep. Oh, look at that little baby. And tired of all that sleek handset stuff going on, then make a statement with a super styling old school one just like this. Now that is what I call hot. Live from Los Angeles, it's the Screensavers!
Albrecht. And I'm Kevin Rose. Thanks for joining us on TSS. Tonight we have a great show.
We'll meet a guy who is still making games for the Atari 2600. That's awesome.
I thought they're dead by now. It's like old people that made those.
You know what? I'm just glad somebody's making new games because that thing rocked.
It's cool.
We'll take a look at his newest game, Homestar Runner RPG, based on the popular webtoon Homestar Runner, which is going to be cool.
That's awesome.
It's going to be awesome.
Got a few claps there. Homestar Runner fans. Plus, forget Kazaa. I'm going to show you how easy it is to record hundreds of MP3s from streaming internet radio broadcasts.
That's awesome.
Isn't that cool? And let's check in with Dan. Dan's a little tired today.
Yeah, I've been tired. I've been doing your segment for you, man.
Yes,
all night with the stream ripping.
We had him here working late last night.
He was sleeping on the home base.
The webcam picked him up. He was sitting here ripping MP3s for me because it's a cool segment. We're going to have to show you all
I know.
We had to cut out
great
part of the
segment, but I was hard at work out. I'm very, very tired.
I love the fact that you brought your pillow in.
Brought my pillow.
Just to, play the violin a little bit more.
I know. But anyways, you can always give us a call. Our phone number is 800-839-7880. You can also email us through our web form at g4techtv.com/asktss. And if you're in LA, you got to come by and check out our brand new studio. Go to our website to be in our studio audience. Click on the tickets link, and you're done. And if you're Net Camera this week, we're giving away a very, very special Unreal Tournament 2004 for all our Net Cams. Hey Yoshi, what's coming up? What do you got, dude?
I'm doing a little modding with Bluetooth headsets today. I don't like these little small ones. I'm going big.
Nice.
Nice. Dan sounded sick.
Yeah, Dan's coming down with something. No throwing up there.
For sure.
Done with that. And Sarah, what do you got on the show today?
I'm uncomfortable, Dan. You're a walking disaster right now. You're throwing up.
You're putting me to work.
You're in your pajamas. You're disgusting.
I need a beer.
No, you don't. Anyway, on the show, I'm going to be the voice of reason. Okay, you know how everybody's using their cell phones these days?
Yes.
And in fact, many of us have just gotten rid of our home phones altogether. It's too much money. It's too much trouble, right?
Mm-hmm.
Too many phone numbers to take care of. So I'm going to show you how to use your home phone as your cell phone while you're at home. Sounds complicated, but it works, and it works well, so I'll show you how to do it later in the show.
No idea what she's talking about.
No idea. I got to check out a cell phone.
But aren't you intrigued?
No, it sounds interesting.
It sounds
I just have
interesting.
no idea what you're talking about.
No idea.
Cool. We'll check it
Well,
out.
all right. So I'm going to have to teach you guys a couple things.
Sounds good.
That's awesome. So, Kevin,
Yes.
I heard you got into a little bit of trouble.
Little trouble with Google.
Little trouble with Google.
We did. It's like something I have to do right now. I have to say I'm sorry, Google. We gave away those Gmail invites on the show.
4,000 Gmail invites on the show.
Yeah, and for some reason, I guess we said live on television, 50 million households.
Sure.
We slammed Google. They got a little upset.
Now, I'm just going to say, Google is a huge company that has lots of servers.
Yes.
4,000 people took them down?
No.
What?
No.
Am I the only one who thinks that that's a little bit lame? They can use my home computer as their next server if they need it.
Don't get
Seriously,
the
I'll put that
audience
up there.
behind you on this one.
They know.
But the thing is that the Gmail service, it wasn't 4,000 people, it was 4,000 invites. They said it was around 250,000 people all at one time. And it was for their beta site, like something that isn't live, and people kept clicking the links over and over and over and over again.
I'll give them that. That's a lot of people.
So we love Google. We're sorry about that. And next time they're like, just call us. Let us know. We're like, okay.
We'll put another computer on it.
Yeah, there was like one computer.
I know, it's just like, hey, this beta stuff's just, whoa! That's what my computer does when I play Pong. I just have a really crap computer. I get a new one.
You do need to get a new computer. I went to his house like an old Packard Bell sitting there.
Oh, hey, it's not that bad.
It was nasty.
It's not that bad. I never bought Packard Bell.
It was pretty bad.
They're all right, though. We got to watch it, right? I can't just, like, slam companies on TV, can I?
I think Packard Bell's out of business. Is there Packard Bell anymore?
Hewlett-Packard?
No, well, Packard Bell was before, or it was around the same time as Hewlett-Packard.
Right, but Packard Bell is gone.
Yeah. But they didn't get rolled into HP.
I think they did.
Yeah, that's the P in HP.
I don't know.
You know what? If it isn't, who cares? If you know out there, if you worked for Packard Bell, call us. Packard Bell?
Yes, you remember Packard Bell?
That name sounds weird coming out of my
Yoshi,
mouth.
do you remember Packard Bell?
I remember him. I haven't seen him for a long time
Yeah,
now.
it's been a long time. I had like a 286 SX16. It was my first computer from Packard Bell.
That's great.
Yeah,
that must have been really good.
It's cool.
I had an IBM PS1.
Yeah,
that wasn't my first. That was like my third computer.
Remember the PS2 with microchannel where you couldn't get any sound cards? Anyway.
Hey, what's the phone number if they want to call? What's the phone number if they want to call?
Yes, that's your job, Dan. I don't know what the phone number is.
Once again, the phone number is 800-839-7880.
There you go.
So call,
Packard Bell, call.
You have a Packard Bell.
Or HP, whatever.
We'd love to hear.
Call the Netcam. I'd like to see if one works on a Packard Bell.
Packard Bell was my first computer.
The ones we gave out might work on a Packard Bell, actually.
Anyway,
all right.
This weekend. What are you doing
this weekend? What am I doing this?
You're stoked.
I am so stoked. Resident Evil Apocalypse is coming out this weekend. My girlfriend's going out buying tickets. She's going to take off work, go and run and buy us tickets because it's the premiere of Resident Evil Apocalypse.
Mila Jovovich?
It's just Jovovich. It's not Jovovich.
I don't know how it works.
Well, anyway, she's hot and she's in the movie. And there's zombies. I love zombies and hot women. Look at that!
What time are you going? Which showing are you going?
I think we're going to do like the 8:15, something like that. Because, we got work. Actually, we're going to be here for most of the day. So
8:15. Can we go to see?
Come on, I'll get you tickets. We'll get you tickets.
No, we're going to see Vanity Fair starring Reese Witherspoon. I want to see that movie.
How are some of the guys taking your side?
Now.
Guys, Resident Evil. Come on.
No. Even 100 men in the audience are not going to change my mind. We're going to see Vanity Fair.
There was a couple of girls that...
Oh, Kevin.
Sorry,
I
sweetheart.
get sucked into this.
I told my girlfriend we're going to see Resident Evil.
Yeah, right.
No, she just
I have a feeling that you're coming with me after she sees this show.
I know, right? I'll be sitting there at Vanity Fair. On Monday, I'll come back and be like, Vanity Fair was a pretty good movie. If you have a copy of Resident Evil Apocalypse, send it to me. I can't get away.
It looks like a cool movie.
It's going to be awesome. The first one was so good, and people panned it. Like, the reviews were just like,
I thought it was great. It was cool.
The laser thing, hot.
Well, it is time for
Shall
our
we get
first
to work?
caller. Yes, let's get to work.
All right.
CT joins us on the G4 Tech TV Netcam network. Hey, CT.
Hey, what's up?
Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Leawood, Kansas.
Leawood, Kansas.
Leawood, Kansas.
Never been there.
There are a lot of places I've never been.
This is very true.
And most of them are in Kansas, actually. So you got a question for us, CT?
Yeah, I do. I bought my Xbox at launch, and I want to see about replacing the DVD drive on it.
Yeah, because that comes with that 4X DVD drive.
Right. This is a big thing because one of the original Xboxes, they had slower DVD-ROMs built into them. So when you put a DVD in or an Xbox game in, it would take forever to load the game.
Yeah, the load times are not as good as the newer generations of the Xboxes. However, CT, you're lucky. We have an Xbox here.
There we are.
So real quick, I'm going to show you what you need to do.
Let's do it.
On the bottom of the Xbox, there are 6 Torque 20 things under. You got to pop off these little feet, and then here there are little screw holes. So you got to unscrew these. Okay.
And then you also have to rip off the warning label right here.
Warnings don't mean nothing.
Where
it says FCC, peel it back, so you could put it back if you want to resell it. Anyway, so you're going to I'm going to go to jail the first week.
Our
This is
legal
awesome.
department right now is freaking
So you're
out.
going to go ahead and just take this off real quick. Now this here is there's a hard drive here, and it's just a regular old hard drive. I think they go from 8 to 11 gigs.
Something like that.
Something like that. And then here's the thing. Okay, so boom, you got to take these screws out here. You'll see them when you open the case. These are on little platters, right? So you take take this guy out here. You got to unplug the power. There you go. You take a hard drive guy gets out here. Like
there
this.
You go.
Don't manhandle your Xbox as much as I am this, because I don't own this one.
And,
So
and just to let you know, this does void your warranty, so that's pretty much done with.
Yes, and so it's just like a regular boom, shakalaka, take that out, boom. So there you go.
Now, just to let you know, they have a proprietary power connector on the back of that.
Yeah, if you get a shot of the back here, I don't know which.
This little connector
This little
right
guy
here.
here is not like a usual red, yellow, black that comes out of
The
a regular power supply.
Molex connector on the back. So
Sure.
we're going to split that. You can take the one off the hard drive here and get a splitter and then run it into your new drive. Now, there's a couple of drives that work with the Xbox, the
LG and the
LG
Samsung.
and the Samsung.
Yeah.
And I actually did a little research on this. I was looking around, and they actually sell them. I went on eBay, and check this out here. Here's one that's already, they actually made a fresh Xbox molding faceplate for the front of the drive right there. And you can buy the drive good to go, and this one's going for, they go around about $75.
Yeah.
But the cool thing is this upgrades you to like a 16X DVD-ROM drive, and so you're going to get so much better performance when it comes to just putting it in games and loading games. But at this point, why not just hack your Xbox?
Yeah, throw a mod chip on there, CT. Come on.
Yeah.
It goes right in here.
No, don't show them how to do it.
I mean, there's an area in here.
We have
that
disclaimers
you
and things that have
the-
to scroll before we do that kind of stuff on the show.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
But
I'm giving out free
he's
information I'm
new,
not supposed
he's
to
new.
say. Don't do this at home. It's bad.
That will speed things up quite a bit for him. And
Yeah.
but I like modding the Xbox. It just
Get it to the hard drive. Back up your
so much faster running from the hard drive.
Yeah, it's so much faster running from the hard drive than a DVD drive.
There you go. Thanks for the call, CT. And you get a copy of Unreal Tournament 2004 for being on a net.
I got a call. I don't have that game. All right, we got lots more to come. Learn how we'll show you to record and save songs from streaming internet radio stations as separate MP3s, which is great. And up next, dig out that Atari 2600. We'll show you what you need to bring back that old school Atari nostalgia. And it's not just for gaming anymore. Take a listen. Somebody needs to throw a bucket of water on that guy. Didn't you know he's at work? Jeez. All right, our next guest has helped revive the Atari 2600 through programming of Atari games and using the console as an instrument in the retro band Treewave. I'm very excited. Please welcome Atari 2600 enthusiast Paul Slocum. How you doing, Paul?
Hey, how's it going?
Welcome to the show.
Thanks.
So the Atari 2600.
The Atari 2600.
Wow. Did you just love it as a kid and never got over it?
Yeah, I really did love it as a kid, but yeah, I've been tinkering around with old equipment and stuff, and I slowly got into it. It's a really interesting machine to program.
And
so.
it must be, the GUI must be amazing. So now I hear that this is actually stuff that you designed games when you were in elementary school, is that right?
That's right, yeah.
Look at this. This is great. I don't know if this is really designing games at sort of an, this isn't really the assembly language programming that you did, but this is a good start.
Right.
So now this is a game you got going right here that you actually designed yourself.
Yeah.
And is it true that this is the first two-player Atari game ever with two paddles?
It's the first game that uses two paddles for each player.
Wow. All right, so can we try a little bit? I just want to play a little bit
let's
because
go
I
for
like
it.
getting my butt kicked. I mean, he created the game. It's not like I want to beat him. All right, so you're also using these as a band. Again, you did it. My paddle doesn't work. I swear. Oh, there it goes.
Yeah.
So you're also using the Atari as a musical instrument?
Yeah. We've I slowly got into doing music on it, and there wasn't much music done on it back in the old days. But,
Or any music, really.
Yeah.
Remember the games? The old days are just like, eep, oop,
Yeah. So.
beep. And what about the fact that, like, by the end of the generation, Atari came out with some crap games?
Yeah.
Do you guys remember, like, E.T.? Remember Pac-Man? My cell phone plays Pac-Man better than the Atari 2600 did. You know what I mean? What was the deal with it? Did people just, like, give up about the 2600?
Well, the market kind of got flooded towards the end, and people realized that anybody could be releasing games, and it just got flooded, and people were just putting out anything they could.
Anything at all. And so you're also a Homestar Runner fan, I guess?
That's right, yeah.
All right, we got to see this. So you're making the first Homestar Runner game. Now, do you know the guys at Homestar Runner, or did you just kind of go...
They're friends of mine.
That sounds really shady, Paul. Really shady. I kind of know some guys, so made a game. It's kind of cool. So, all right. So now, first off, what are these deals? Look at these things.
These
you just rip these out of old Atari games?
Actually, I get these boards from AtariAge.com.
AtariAge.com actually sells new Atari boards?
Yeah, you can actually buy the boards and write your own game.
And you write it in Atari lingo? I don't know what it was like.
Yeah, they're all written in assembly language. Very tedious.
Yes, it is. All right, so this is your, and this is, I have to say to the audience at home, this is very pre-alpha, alpha, alpha, alpha.
This is very
So there's a lot of bush fighting. You'll see in a second. So this is this Home Runner Star guy, Homestar Runner?
Yeah, this is Homestar Runner.
Okay, let's see what we got here. There's the guy. Now, if you see the bush that's running around, is Homestar Runner.
This is Homestar.
The other bushes are bushes.
Well, this here is a house, so you can go in here.
Oh, that's a house. Oh, and there's an encounter.
Yeah, and currently there's only robots and Pac-Man to fight, and you can't.
Now, see, that's kind of cool that you're fighting a Pac-Man because
yeah.
that's what it's
Yeah.
So do you just? That was it? You fought him and you didn't even see anything? Or did you just go? You won. Is that how it works at this point?
I'm still working on the fighting part.
All right. Well, so I also want to hear some of this music stuff. You you actually use it as a musical instrument.
Yeah, yeah.
It doesn't matter. Try that one. We're very technical here. We're like, label it as music.
Well, I don't have the controllers right now to play it, but this is.
That sounds. Is it supposed to do that?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. All of a sudden, I was like, Phil.
When you play it with the keypads, which I don't have here, but like each button plays a note, and it generates this video effect based on what you're playing.
So we're just going to see that.
Yeah.
Really thought this one through, didn't we? So this. Oh wait, here we go. So we're actually playing some music now that from your band Tree Wave.
That's right. Yeah.
We're playing it very quietly in my ears. So I'm trying to get a good feel of it. That's pretty cool. What other instruments are going on there? I mean,
we use an Atari 2600, two Commodore 64s, a dot matrix printer, and a 286.
That is awesome!
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds, no offense, but it sounds like music. You know what I mean? When I heard dot matrix printer, I was like, that's going to sound great.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we have laser printers now. Why do you do the 2600? It's just that's it?
Well, it's a really interesting machine to program. Like, if you get into the really nerdy side of the
program, that's what we're here for.
Well, the way the video is generated, it's really flexible. It doesn't really have any video hardware, so you're doing it all with code. And so, since it's so flexible, as time's gone on, we found ways to make new stuff that they couldn't do back in the old days. It's open to all kinds of stuff that you can do.
Wow, can you fix games like E.T.?
Yeah.
Could you go back and do a better E.T.?
Yeah, actually somebody did.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Somebody went back and made the holes that you fall in a lot smaller, so it's a lot easier to get around with them without falling in.
Good. Or how to actually get out of the holes. When I was playing at the beginning, our line producer was like, "Extend your neck, Alex."
I think
what?
I'm not sure, but I think they actually made the holes not as deep, so you don't have to go up. You don't have to wait
5 years for your head to get up there, and you're like, oh, finally out of the hole. Oh, and now I'm caught.
Right.
That's great. Well, Paul Slocum, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate it. Great stuff. And Paul Slocum and his band, Tree Wave, will be performing this Saturday in Los Angeles at Data Age. Go check them out, please. And for more information about Paul and his band and Atari games, visit thescreensavers.com. Thank you.
I'm loving that Tree Wave. Very real electronica stuff going on. Stay where you are because still to come in this show, we're going to take a look at Yoshi's latest creation. It is really something. He's rigged an old-fashioned phone into a Bluetooth handset. I don't know how, but you're going to find out. And up next, wake up to find your computer with hundreds of songs legally recorded while you slept when the Screensavers continue. Isn't that great?
Dan getting some love from the audience.
I know. Look at
Dan. That lady's like,
a little bit. Clap him around.
He'll
Wake him
wake
up.
up.
Give him a
He'll
little
wake up.
love. Wake him up.
Yeah, he'll wake up. Dan, get back to work.
There we go.
Dan, you're on TV. Oh, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
We killed Dan.
That happens all the time with Dan.
All
It
right.
is now time to talk about stream ripping. This is
Yes.
cool. You've been on the internet sites where they have
Shoutcast and all that stuff,
Shoutcast,
yeah.
all that stuff, where there's just thousands and thousands of great streams that people are putting out there, their favorite music lists, their picks, what they like, all different genres. And but the thing about it is that you can't really, there was no real way to capture that stuff. There was.
It's like listening to the radio.
Right. It's like listening to the radio, but
Yeah.
you can't really record it. Now, a while back, there was applications that you could manually choose to mark the songs, the in and out points, and download them. But the software's gotten awesome to where it can identify a new song and then capture down, save it as MP3s, and you don't even have to be there. It will totally detect when the song has ended and start a new MP3 for that new incoming song.
Awesome.
So we got a bunch of different software to show you today. Let me start off with some stuff. We got to give a little Mac love out there. Any Mac fans out in the audience? Any? There's like three.
It's like three.
There's like three. That's about
We'll
right.
breeze through this part then.
No, we're not going to breeze through this
No.
part. This is a cool application called Radio Lover right here, and it's really easy to use. The first thing you do is just fire up your old Shoutcast.
Okay.
And,
Ye old Shoutcast?
Ye
Is that
old,
sort of like-
ye old Shoutcast.
We'll just fire up ye old Shoutcast.
And we choose a genre. Let's see here. I'm into the
Colonial,
98 degrees. No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I'm going to choose a little punk rock music. There we
you
go.
go.
And let's just click on the tune in here, and it's going to open up. There's iTunes, and so now that we have it in iTunes,
Wait, it pulls it right into iTunes, or
it
does
pulls it
iTunes plays the Shoutcast stream?
it's going to play the iTunes is going to play the Shoutcast stream. We have it right here, and then we're just going to drag and drop it right in just like that into Radio Lover. So now that we have the stream there, so it's identified the stream, we can click on the record button, and it's going to start recording that stream and saving them down as MP3s to the hard drive. So what we did is last night, Dan was here, and I didn't do this. I went home and played some games and just relaxed.
Heck
But
yeah.
Dan was here working, and we went and actually recorded, look at these MP3s. This is just from last night. Let's go ahead and bring these up here. Check out all that music. So it was just
my
sucking down
gosh.
songs all night long. And I mean, there is a
Cyber
ton
Jam,
of stuff.
Black Eyed Peas. Can we
So
say
yeah, we
Pink?
can display a little snippet of it here.
I'm sorry, you picked Hillary Duff.
I didn't.
I swear to God, you picked Hillary Duff.
Again, Dan was here last night doing this.
No, but that was instinctual. You were
It was
like,
a
Hillary Duff.
random
I just
pick.
mixed the one.
It was a random pick.
Yeah,
but
my rear.
I don't think
random.
I don't think we have the audio piped out. Let's go to over the PC side of things.
You're lucky we didn't have the audio piped out.
I turned that one down. But let's go to the PC side of things. And this is an
Your
application.
computer might be at risk. Seriously.
And
Watch out.
yeah, Service Pack 2. And the mouse is locked up.
That's not Service Pack 2. That's KVM.
Okay, the KVM is locked up, and we have no keyboard and mouse.
So why don't you describe
right.
it in maybe
Okay.
some
in
smoke
Shir- in
signals or
Shiriwook?
something? In Shiriwook. So
No,
say
no.
it in Shiriwook.
There's a application on here called Ripcast on the desktop, and it works much like just like the Mac one that I showed you, where you fire it up, but it has a built-in like integrated browser, so you don't even have to open up the browser and drag and drop. It's actually easier than the Mac.
That sounds
side
great.
of
Show me.
things. I can't do that. Mouse is dead. Keyboard and mouse is dead. But it works great and saves all the MP3s, and this will capture all of your streams. Little shareware application on both sides of things.
Great.
And believe it or not, this is still legal to do.
Really?
Yeah, I had no idea. But it's legal.
Hey, if it's legal, let's do it. Free and legal, 2 words I like.
We have the details about streaming and all the links you need at our website at thescreensavers.com.
All right, here's a no-holds-barred movie review website. For those of us who don't want to spend the cash unless it's good, and believe me, after Exorcist the Beginning, I am never spending $10 again for crap. RottenTomatoes.com has no BS reviews of all the latest films, video games, DVD releases, and movie gossip. I love it. Just a quick look at the little tomato tells you if it's a winner or worthy of a... Now, don't go anywhere on this show. Make cell phone calls from your landline. They say they don't know what I'm talking about. You will find out how later. But after the break, never again answer your cell phone the easy way. Am I really saying this? Do it with style when the Screensavers continue.
The door didn't even work. That's awesome. What? You just broke the home base. That's awesome. This is like one of those shows. This should be our last show where we just rip the set apart. But it's our 4th show where we need the set to work. Okay. Welcome back to the Screensavers. I'm Alex Albrecht. Coming up in this half hour, Sarah shows you what you need to answer a phone call using your cell phone through your home phone, which is cool. I'm excited to figure out how that works. And learn how to keep your guys like Kevin Rose from stealing your wireless network. We got to tell people about that. All right, so it was suggested to Yoshi that rather than having a nice, small, Jabra-type Bluetooth headset,
Everyone has those.
everybody has these. This wouldn't be fun.
No.
What about an old-school telephone Bluetooth headset?
I said yes because I wanted to do it because it shouldn't be done, so that's the best reason to do it.
Yeah!
So, started with one of these guys here,
Yeah.
which we do have to point out, this is Dan's.
And it's got some
funk
mung in there. Did you see that?
Q-tips, Dan, Q-tips.
Yeah. Don't use your Jabra as a Q-tip.
But these guys, I was actually surprised, really easy to take apart. On it, basically, there's one screw right there. You pop that out, and it just really pops apart. The guys
Great.
come out. Took about 20 seconds to take this thing apart. So that was really easy. I actually have a picture of it apart. It shows all the guts out of it. The guts were a little bit smaller than I was thinking they were going to be. I was really worried that the guts were just going to be just as big as this, and I wouldn't fit it in this little handset. So we got those up there. I don't know if we saw that still. or
There
not.
it is.
There
Look at
it is. So you can see the board in there is a lot smaller. And
Oh,
all
yeah.
you need is that little board, the batteries, and the leads going to the microphone, because I used a different mic and a different speaker.
Sure, of course, because this is a gigantic old
Yeah,
phone.
well, I actually used the speaker that was in the headset. I was like, oh, let me connect this and see if it works. It worked fine, so didn't have
Great.
to worry about that. The handset was solid wood, so had to slice that in two. Just rip through the bandsaw real easy. I like to say I did it with the laser, but it wasn't quite powerful enough to do that. After I did that, I traced the board out there, and I used a Dremel bit on the router and just kind of shallowed it out, cut a spot for the battery, cut a spot for the board, so that everything will fit perfectly. Now, the handset pieces, I glued them onto one half, so I could work with it a little easier, solder my leads back on. Once those were glued on, I started putting my board in place. That's actually the little charging cradle you see there. Battery kind of pops down there. Board pops above it.
Wait, how do you charge the battery?
You plug it in. It's
Oh, I figured that much, Yoshi. Come on. You got to plug it into some sort of source of electricity.
well, if you look
Yeah.
on the handset right here, there's actually the charging plug. It's kind of really hard to see.
Okay.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
you go. It's black
Hard to
on
see.
black.
Black on black is
those,
real
those
good.
real high contrast colors are good for TV, aren't
So
they?
you just plug the little charger thing right in there. That's great.
Just plug the charger thing in there. Once everything was together, you'll kind of notice there was almost no room left. I actually had to shave a little more room off the other side so it could close.
So it's like one real thick side and one like, if you crack it, it'll just come all out.
Exactly.
It's like a piñata. That's
And then
great.
basically after that, I decided, because it was cut in half, I was like, okay, I can glue the two halves back together. And didn't want to do that because
what if it breaks, then you
well, if
gotta
there's any
get back in there.
problem, you got to break the thing apart. So I used black paper tape. 'Cause it looked old, it looked kind of funky, and so I just wrapped the handle together with black paper tape. And there's a picture of it there where it's before I'd done any painting. I'm like, it's looking a little old, but not old enough. So I painted it
That's
nice black and used some sawdust and mud to scratch it up and
age
age it.
Age
Yes,
it, as they say.
Because we had to
Antiquing, I
paint
think is what we
this.
did, yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
antiquing.
So it looks like somebody had an old one that like the handle cracked,
Yeah,
and
so the handle
all you wanted to
cracked
do
and-
was just tape it back up. You're like, yeah, tape it back up.
You
It'll
want
be
to do a
fine.
quick patch. And actually the button for the phone is made of an old brass wood screw that I just cut down, sanded the top off so it was a flat button surface.
Boy, you just couldn't have anything modern on this thing, could you? You're like, the
Why?
button's got to be something cool.
It's got to look old. I mean, I don't want a shiny plastic button.
Cool.
So-
And so it works?
It does work. It does work. If we connect here, well, we can kind of hear it. We can hear it working, here. And someone was going
I
to call
hear
me, but
beeping.
they're not calling. That's me.
I hear beeping. Yeah, give it here. I don't even know where my mic is. Can you hear
hear
that
that?
up there? I hear it in my ear.
I'm hearing my
You hear that? Yeah, do that. Call somebody.
Beep, beep, beep. Who should I call?
Hey,
I got Kevin's number
Ghostbusters.
in
Call
here.
anybody.
Let's call.
It doesn't. They're not going to answer. I don't want them to answer.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm calling Dan. It should ring in here in a second. Well, it still
Dan's
should
desk
ring.
is going to ring.
Oh, well then it's.
No,
not
keep
gonna
going. Yeah, it's okay. Wait. Shh. Let me tell.
I don't hear anything.
I don't need.
Do you have a voicemail message, Dan?
No, I hear it in the thing, just not in my mic.
Go down a little bit.
Oh, that's why. Wait, let's see if we can hear Dan's number.
It's calling.
And it's Bluetooth. Hold on.
Well, you should be able to go 25 feet away.
I so want his voicemail to pick up.
Oh, yeah, Dan has a phone
Wait.
voicemail.
Hey, it's Dan. Sorry I missed your call. Go ahead and leave your name and your number, and I'll call you back. Bye.
my microphone is, because I was like, here. Can you hear it? It's on the microphone, right?
It absorbs through your body and transfers back out.
You can get that, right? You're here? You hear that?
That's a different sound.
Jeez. All right, Yoshi. For more info on Yoshi's products, head over to screensavers.com.
All right, stay where you are, people, because you're going to learn how to, good, lock down your Wi-Fi with our next caller. But up next, if you're tired of holding your cell phone, why not use your landline to answer your mobile calls at home? I'll show you how when the screensavers continue.
If Dan is not sleeping, he's hitting on girls. What is up with that?
You know, Dan, she came to the audience to enjoy some technology. Look at him.
Dan won't leave her alone.
I'm embarrassed. I think he might have been drinking. All right, should we move on?
Yes, let's move on.
All right, now I've got this rig set up here. It's kind of like a cell phone day, isn't it? It's
You're
sort
competing with Yoshi.
I'm competing with Yoshi, but no, I'm not really. This is sort of different. The reason that I wanted to try out this next product is because love my cell phone, use it all the time, but it gets hot against my face.
I hate when that happens.
I do too, and it actually, I mean, I've actually gotten sweaty before. It's disgusting, and I get worried.
That was an overshare.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
Sorry, everybody. You know what?
Yeah, sweating and...
You know, you get hot, you sweat.
Hey, I think it's hot.
Everybody does it. I'm just admitting it. I'm sorry. Anyway, and it also, I get a little worried about radiation into my head. You know, the cell phone thing. People say, oh, it might be, it might not be. Well, none of us are ever going to know for 30 years. I just want to be on the safe side. So I like to not use it up against my head as much as possible.
Okay, so what does this do?
Well, what I want you to do before I tell you is I want you to call my cell phone.
Okay, here's
All
my
right?
cell.
So here's my cell phone. It's in what's called a cell socket, and let's show you how it works. If we can get a close-up on sort of the screen here, because Kevin's about to call it.
Okay, here we go. It's not going to show my number, is it?
Nah, it's just going to say Bobby Collin, because that's what I've got you as.
That's our little nickname. She calls me Bobby.
Well.
If anybody cared, didn't really know that, actually.
All right, now see, he's calling. However, the phone next to my cell phone, which is a regular cordless phone, is the one that is ringing.
That's awesome.
Now, let me pick it up, and let me say talk. Hello, can you hear me?
Hey, baby.
Hey, how's it going? Now, how is this working? You just called my cell phone, but I'm using my landline phone to talk on it.
What are you wearing? Sorry.
Okay, you know what? I need you to be mature. I need you to be mature for this segment. What's going on is this is what's called a cell socket. This is called the base station. What you do, this is $120 for the base station. Then you add a little cell phone adapter to the top, which is $20. You put your cell phone inside, and this is also a charger. It starts out as a charger.
That's cool.
Now, with a simple, regular phone cord, the same kind of phone cord you'd use to plug into the wall, you plug it into your home phone. Just a regular phone, Now, this is a cordless phone, of course, that I'm using, but you could use any phone. You could use Yoshi's old school phone if you wanted to, any kind of phone. Now, this phone, if this is only plugged in because it's cordless and cordless phones need electricity, the phone doesn't have to have a phone line at all.
I understand, because it's just coming. So there's no forwarding that's going on. It's not actually forwarding the call.
There's no forwarding at all.
You're still using your cell phone minutes.
Exactly.
And you're still using your cell phone signal.
Exactly.
You're just getting rid of the radiation and extending it on a cordless phone.
And people say, there's a lot of reasons why I think this is cool. And people go, well, why would you want to use this old clunky phone? Now, let's just be honest. Even though this is bigger, it's a little bit more comfortable to use.
It doesn't burn your ear off.
It doesn't burn your ear off. I mean, as nice as cell phones are, they're fun to put in your pocket. They're not always fun. They're not really ergonomically sound against your head. Well, also another problem, I know you've got it at your house. A lot of people have pockets in their house where their cell phone doesn't work.
Yeah, bad reception throughout the house. I had to switch cell phone providers just because of that reason.
If you're on the first floor of an apartment building, you got trees. There's a lot of reasons why your cell phone might not work. Why not put it in the place where it does work, like up against the window in the corner of the kitchen, and use your regular phone to walk around the house at will? This is my cordless phone, so of course I can take this anywhere I want as long as it's, you know, within my range of cordless phones.
This only works with this particular cell phone, the Motorola. Does it work? Does it have other adapters for other cell phones?
This, the adapters, again, $20, and there are other adapters. However, the problem with this at this point is that it only works with Motorola. So I love it, but all you people that don't have Motorola phones can't get in on the action at this point. However, cell socket, I know, I'm sorry. But I mean, I think it's cool enough that I want to give them some press so that they make other models, because this is really cool. This is also great because it's like, here I had this home phone. I wasn't using it anymore. I don't even have a home line. I found it just, didn't want to use it anymore.
Any problems with it?
Now I can use it. None. I've talked to you.
Absolutely none.
None.
There's got to be something wrong with it.
I have not found anything wrong with this. So if any of you have, if anyone's used this and it's been, crapping out on you, let us know because I have nothing but good things to say about this. I think it's a great idea, great way to use some technology that wasn't doing you any good anymore. So if you want more information about Cell Socket, just go to thescreensavers.com. We got all the links there. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I got my PJs on. Is that cool? You like that too? Okay. Anyways, here we go. Guys, do you like crazy stuff? If you do, check this out. This is awesome. Check this out. That's awesome. Just go to eBombsWorld.com, the final resting place for all the web's greatest moments, eBombs World. eBombs World also has tons of other stuff from blogs to live chat. Also, you should check out the Moron Mail section for all the real laughs. Awesome. Guaranteed laughs for hours and hours and hours. But anyways, coming up after the break, our next caller, Wade, has an open wireless network. Find out why this is bad and how you can protect yourself. It's coming up right after these messages.
Be sure to catch Monday's show. See what went on at this year's Defcon, the annual Hackers Conference. Plus, push your graphics card to the limit. We'll show you the do's and don'ts of overclocking. And meet the Star Wars fan who turned his Honda into an H-Wing starfighter. Kind of jank, but it's cool.
I get to meet the guy. I'm so excited.
It's cool. I mean, he converted his car. It's awesome.
At first I was like, what? And then I saw pictures. I was like, oh, that's hot. I got to get in that.
It's going to be cool.
All right, Wade joins us from Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Thanks for joining us, Wade.
Hey, Wade.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
Cool.
You got a question for us, Wade?
I sure do. I'm brand new to this wireless networking thing, and I'm having problems with people stealing bandwidth. I had this third-party software a couple of months ago, and it kept showing me people jumping on, jumping off, and I have no idea how to stop that.
Do you have neighbors that might be stealing your bandwidth, or do you live in an area where there's a lot of people driving by? Or
Well, I live in an area where there's lots of people driving by, and I live in an area where it is packed full of people with internet through the same company.
I do the same thing. I steal bandwidth everywhere I go.
Yeah, me too.
No, but it helps out.
If you have
it helps
the box
out sometimes.
open, what are you going to do?
That's
if you're in a
true.
parking lot, you have your laptop.
It's almost like a
connect.
given that you should jump on and steal the internet.
So what, well, first off, welcome to Wireless.
Yeah.
I'd like to give it up for...
welcome to Wireless.
I remember my first days of Wireless.
Yes. Always a lot of fun.
myself into Wireless. That's a hack joke. I'm sorry, Wade. So, first off, have you turned on any security on your wireless router?
No. Since I'm brand new to this, I have no idea what I'm doing.
Yes.
So.
Okay.
First thing, security.
Yes, there's a couple different things. Depending on how old your router is, if you have a new one, then you're probably going to have, I always turn on WEP. Actually, I don't really use WEP anymore because it's been cracked so many times. But WEP is better than nothing if you're going to be changing your key. There is a vulnerability in WEP that allows it to be cracked. Here's an example of a Linksys router. This is a Linksys router here, and it's just going to say mandatory WEP encryption, and then you generate your WEP keys that you then type into your client's computers, and so that only you know that key, and so only it's all encrypted. All information is encrypted, and you're able to access your access point, and no one else can just jump on.
But you can still crack that. I mean, that's definitely.
It takes a while.
But it takes a while, but you can still do it. I mean, if he's got people jumping on his network. The one thing I'll also say is your SSID, which is basically the name that everybody sees when they find your router, should never be the default. That is like the red flag.
That's like the red flag. If it says
Linksys,
everybody
you're
knows
going for it. You know what I mean? So change the SSID. You can do that in the setup here.
There's two other things that I always do. One thing is that you can limit by MAC address.
Oh, that's great. This
is pretty cool because every computer, every device that connects to the internet has a unique address called a MAC address. It's a number that's built into that networking card that you own. And basically you get that address, you say only allow these computers. And so I did this at home. I went around and collected all the devices that we have that are wireless. There's like 10 of them.
Found the MAC addresses.
Found the MAC addresses, typed them in, and then only those devices can access my network. Now, there is things like MAC address spoofing, but that's going to shut out like 99.9% of people that want to connect to your
if somebody's going to do MAC address spoofing and coming after you, they're going to get you.
Yeah.
If they know what to do about that, you just let them have it.
So that's one, and the other one that I like is the new WPA encryption that's better than WEP. It's kind of the next generation. Almost all the new wireless routers have it built in, and wireless cards have that as well. So either WPA or limit by MAC address, those are the two solutions that you're going to want to use.
Great. Good luck with that. Thanks for calling, Wade.
Thanks for the call.
Oh, and you get a copy of Unreal Tournament 2004 for being on the netcam.
Nice.
And, whoa, there it is.
There it is.
I don't know if we're actually going to send him that copy.
We could.
If we
could
do, we
autograph
can sign it.
Yeah, that'd be cool. Whatever. Excellent. Now, all week we've been giving you a sneak peek into the look at Defcon, and this week, today is no different. We want to give you a little behind the scenes of what's to come next week. So let's take a look. We're here at Defcon 12 in Las Vegas, Nevada, the underground computer hacking convention. We're walking around, looking at the hacker badge, right? Okay. Yeah, that's not what I meant to say. Are you a hacker? No comment. Will you hack for sex?
Yes, I will.
Have you ever hacked anything? No comment. Are you a hacker yourself?
No, I'm not.
Do you have a comment for no comment? No comment. Awesome. There was a lot of action there, and be sure to catch next week because we're going to be rolling segments throughout the week.
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that.
There's some awesome stuff.
Just watching the stuff, walking by the editing bays, I'm like, that's going to be fun.
Sniper rifles, all kinds of crazy stuff.
Not real sniper rifles. They're not killing people.
No, we're not killing people. We're talking about Bluetooth sniping. It's pretty awesome. Now, stay where you are. Up next, we're going to check our inbox to see what's in your mind when the Screensavers continues.
We want to remind you, if you're going to be in the LA area and you want to join our audience, it's rocking today.
Awesome
Great job, audience. Just go to screensavers.com and click on the tickets link. And before we throw it over to Sarah, keep going. I'll just try to talk over you. That's awesome. Before we go to Sarah for the emails, the final emails, Wade, one other thing you might want to try to do, well, actually, need to do, our last caller, is change the administrator password. The default administrator password, everybody knows them. So change that first.
We forgot to tell them.
We forgot to tell them.
Live TV, what are you going to do?
All right, Sarah, it's that time again. What do you got?
Okay, first one comes from Joe in Albany, New York. He says, where do I get that binary blanket that Dan sleeps with? Dan's blanket. This is actually pretty cute. Cute and manly. No, I do not want to touch that blanket. Do not get near me with that blanket.
That's actually Kevin's blanket, isn't it?
No, that's Dan's. That's Dan's.
Yeah, this is from the Broken.
I wouldn't. Yeah, we use that in the Broken. That actually says blanket in binary.
Oh, does it?
Pretty cool.
That's a long way to say blanket.
And where can they get that? Anybody?
Says it over and over again.
Oh.
You can get that at thinkgeek.com.
Well, that's a lot of
thinkgeek.com.
Yeah, Think Geek.
Do we got enough time for a quick one? Or
Okay, next.
15 seconds.
Do we have enough time?
I think we're all out of time.
All right, next time.
That is it for this edition of the Screensavers. I'm Kevin Rose.
And I'm Alex Albrecht. Thanks for joining us. We'd like to thank our guest, Paul Slocum.
Thank our
Have a
audience,
great time.